Hi, I'm Glenn from Bentley Isuzu Truck. I'm here today to show you the Isuzu N-Series. The Isuzu N-Series comes in both gas and diesel varieties and ranges in gross vehicle weight from 12,000 pounds to 19,500, depending on your application. When we look here at the N-Series, one of the biggest things people notice is the windshield. Huge windshield for improved visibility. One of the important things when you're driving down the road. On this windshield, we also have a water channel set at the top. The benefit of that is when you're driving down the road and you're in a torrential rainpour, it's channeling the water around your visibility so that you can stay safe while you're driving down the road and see clearly. The wipers are intermittent wipers, so if you didn't need to go very fast, you could just set them on a good setting. This panel here is a two-piece removable panel. The benefit to you there is that if some work needed to be done on the wiper motor, it's really easy to access. It keeps your maintenance costs down. Even more so, when we're talking about safety, is the bumper. Now, this has a plastic cover, absolutely. But Isuzu brings the bumper frame through the cab. Where that comes in handy for you is that you're driving down the road, the frame is already coming out through here, and there's a steel plate here that keeps it nice and safe so that if something should happen, the whole truck is going to absorb the impact, not just the cab. That relieves a lot of the concerns that a lot of people have when they're driving a cab over truck. This truck also shows the optional aerodynamic cab shield. This particular one is engineered for you to improve your fuel mileage per gallon when you have a larger truck box on the back. And as we're walking around, we'll see the standard halogen headlights and the turn signal markers right here in the door. Benefit, of course, there, people can see your intentions when they're driving up alongside you, even if they happen to be in a blind spot. They can see what you're going to do and stay clear. As we're here on the passenger side, we can show a full 85-degree door opening. So what does that mean? That means it's easy for you to get in and to get out with no obstructions in the way. As we come closer, we'll see a washer fluid fill right here with a level sight right here. Obviously, we want to make it as easy as we can for you so you can see without even going through any complicated steps. I'm good, plenty of washer fluid, don't have to worry about that. Inside the cab is standard 3-passenger seating. If you only have the driver, you can fold this seat down like it is here and access some additional storage pockets in the back. If we put that up and we look at the middle one can fold down to a full workstation. You can put your clipboard, you can put your papers for the day. I like to put my cell phone while I'm driving. When you're getting into the cab, it has a self-cleaning cab step. This cab step is completely covered when the doors are closed. It keeps stuff from building up there as you're driving down the road. We've all seen it when we have the slush, we have mud puddles, whatever it may be. It all drains right out, but it also has cleats on it so you can clean your boots before you get into the cab. If you do get into the cab with muddy boots, there's an all-season floor mat in here. Goes the full width of the cab. You can just pull that out, shake it off, hose it down, whatever you choose, put it right back in, and keep going on your way. As we walk around, we see antifreeze. Easy to get to, easy to see, without even doing anything extra. We also see the single-stage Donaldson air filter. That air filter, it's easy to access. Should you need to replace it, you pop the cap off, take it out, put the new one in, go on your merry way. We also have the battery box here on the gas. On the diesel, it's on the other side. I can show you that in just a moment. But it is a lockable battery box. What that means, should you need to be concerned with people stealing your batteries, let's say you're in a bad section of town, you park it there overnight, that's one of your concerns, you can actually lock up this battery box, keep yourself safe. When you come out in the morning, actually start your truck. As we walk a little bit further back, clean frame rails. What that means, the top of the frame rails are completely clean. Whatever body application you may have, they're easy to set. They don't need any special adapters. And the frame is even pre-drilled. These holes are different settings for whatever your application may be and wherever they need to latch on for support for your body. Go a little bit further back, you're going to find the dual leaf suspension, standard front and rear. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable for your drivers as they're driving down the road versus some of the alternatives. This particular truck has the standard 19.5-inch tires. These are standard on the gas 14,500 pound GVW and diesels from 16,000 pounds and up. Anything less than those are the standard 16-inch tires. Both of those tires are standard at any tire center. They're easy to access. You won't have long waits. We move around a little bit more towards the back. What we're going to find is your standard in-frame 30-gallon fuel tank with the fuel fill coming right through the frame rail. This obvious benefit is so that the body companies, when they put the bodies on, don't have to worry about routing the hose, kinking the hose, anything of that nature that's going to make it more difficult for you. It's already here and it's simplified. It also does come standard with trailer wiring routed to the back. You just need an adapter for it. And this also has the optional backup alarm set right here attached to the frame rail. As we move over to the diesel truck to finish, what we can see right away is this big box on the side. This is called the SCR, the Selective Catalyst Reduction. I like to relate it to our car's catalytic converter. So our car's catalytic converter is like this big. It's always running hot. In a diesel truck, as you can see, it's much, much bigger. What that means is that it can't be running hot all the time. So the diesel emissions fluid, or DEF, which is located on the other side, and I can show you in a minute, sprays in through injectors into this SCR system. Weighs down those bad noxious gases and hydrocarbons. When it reaches a certain level of buildup in the diesel particulate filter, or DPF, the engine will idle up and turn that system on and burn off all that bad stuff. Then it will just idle back down. You'll hardly even notice it when you're driving down the road, but real easy to see. As I mentioned, no battery box on this side. We're going to show you where it is right on the other side. As we come around, we'll even see this one has the optional chrome grille for a nice appearance. Very common with landscape applications. And here is the battery box. As I mentioned, just like the other one, it's a lockable battery box. Easy to secure if that's one of your concerns. If locking components is a concern, there is an option for a lockable fuel fill and for a lockable DEF. This is the standard 4.2 gallon DEF tank. Obviously they put a blue cap on it so that your drivers can tell the difference between this is DEF and this is fuel. When you go inside, you'll see the difference. You can't get a diesel fuel nozzle in there. It's not really a concern. One thing you will find is a standard 3-latch cab tilt system. So what does that mean? That means that just like your car hood, there's not only the first latch, but there's a safety latch as well. First thing we do is we grab in here for a release handle so that we can move this. If I don't have that, this handle's not moving. Pull this latch, I can open this. There's 2 catches. It goes the full length of the cab. So it's nice and secure, but I can't tilt the cab. There's a 3rd safety latch down here, just like I mentioned in your car, where now I tilt. I get full access to the engine. Here is the Isuzu 4HK 1TC engine, 215 horsepower diesel. It comes with the Isuzu ACE 460 transmission, whereas the gas, on the other hand, is the GM 6.0 liter V8 with the GM transmission. Obviously, when you're in here, full access, easy to get to, easy to work on. It's going to save you maintenance costs because your mechanic or yourself will have easy access to it. You don't have to go pulling out any panels or working through wheel wells. Real simple. There's a standard safety latch here, but we also have a standard safety pin just as an extra level of security for when you're putting the cab up there and working on your engine. As I tilt the cab, bring it back down, close the lever. As you can see, the lever is very obvious for when you're getting into the cab. If you accidentally left it up, you're going to see it, but there is that third latch just in case somebody does forget it. I open up the driver's side door here, and again, full 85-degree door angle. Self-cleaning step. Everything easy to get into, easy to work on. This one has the optional suspension driver's seat, the setting right here. You adjust it for your weight or for your comfort level, whichever it may be. Standard is just a conventional seat that's mounted there. As we look over here, there's a little lever here for tilt and telescopic steering wheel, also standard, so that you or your drivers could find the best fitting for you. This particular one also has the optional limited slip differential. Easy settings right here with push buttons on your dashboard. You don't need to get out, flip any latches or anything on the axles. It's all right here, manually operated. Power lock switch is right here. So when you open the door, you can just reach in, hit the power lock button, open up the passenger side, and when you lock your door here, both sides lock. It also has an oil level check button right here. You don't even need to tilt the cab to check the oil. Press this, you get a light on the dashboard. Green means good, yellow means not so good, and red means not good at all. Other features as we come a little bit closer into the cab. Overhead, we have storage pockets. Those storage pockets will hold a lot of your papers, your registration, whatever you may want to stuff up there. And this particular one also has the dual power mirror settings up there. These dual power mirrors are adjustable in both the top and the bottom with these settings, and they are heated so it can keep your visibility, whether it be something as simple as morning fog in Florida or California, or icy road conditions like up here in the Northeast. As we look a little bit further over, you're going to have your standard AM/FM CD stereo with USB. This particular one has Bluetooth as well. That is an option that's available so that you can keep your hands safely on the wheel. Very easy to pair with your phone. And of course, brings us right back around to the front, where you already have all the benefits of the Isuzu truck. This truck can go anywhere from 12-foot frame applications to 24-foot, depending on the gross vehicle weight. This here is the NRR, a 19,500 pound gross vehicle weight. It can go out as far as 24 foot. Find it very convenient for movers within the city to have a cab over with a 24-foot mover body on the back. And then some people just want a small reefer application for around town. We can go small on that as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Look forward to helping you on your next Isuzu truck. Have a great day.